Hi there. In this lecture we join Mikhail Botvinnik with the black pieces against Akshanov. This is in 1931. This is a Bobby Fischer kind of favourite Botvinnik game that he mentioned in a television interview in the 1970s. So it was this game and Botvinnik's game from 1927 against Kolodivkovich that was mentioned. So let's have a look at this game in 1931. So d4, we have knight f6, c4, e6. We go into a Nimza Indian. Now with queen c2, we can play d5 here, followed by c5, so a lot of central pressure on the white position. C takes, e takes, bishop d2. And now c takes d4, knight takes d4, black castles. Black should castle here and not play a move like queen b6 because the bishop's unprotected here, and white could play knight takes d5, which leads to very interesting complications after bishop takes d2 check, king d1 to keep an eye on the queen, and c8. It just goes into weird and wonderful complications here, which is completely unnecessary. Just to show a little bit, this is a position which, as example, black might have a small edge at the tail end of this chaos. That would be absolute chaos. So it's a good safety point just to castle here. With still queen b6 in mind, actually. So g3, very slow move, actually. White should play e3. This is a very slow setup from white indeed. So e3 would have been better. And here, after knight c6, bishop e2, knight takes, e takes. Black is actually doing very well in any case. Black does actually have a small edge here. So anyway, g3 though is a disaster move for opening, kind of speed of opening developments. Queen b6 is the right move here. But white makes things even worse with knight f3, moving a piece twice in the opening. And you know, Fischer's obviously very good at it. His classic game against Byrne, where a piece was moved twice in the opening. So here we see drastic punishment for moving this knight again. a3 was much better. So as example, if bishop a5, bishop e3, knight c6, rook d1, this should be still about even. So actually we could argue, well, in this case, this is still a playable position for white after a3. So g3, although it looks slow, maybe it is potentially playable. But anyway, so this is really bad, knight f3, really slow. Now black plays d4, we have knight d1. If knight a4, this is not going to help because black can exert a lot of pressure here. Black's threatening now a lot of things. Let's say b3, rook e8, bishop g2, knight e4, and white can't castle, and this position is going to be unpleasant after bishop f5. Very unpleasant for white. So knight d1, we have knight c6, a3, bishop takes d2, check, knight takes, bishop g4. So black's fully like mobilized, the rooks are connected. It's yeah, very unfortunate. A lot of the pawn move in the opening instead of developing pieces, but it's a lost position. Rook f8, queen c5. Queen d8 is played. Amusingly, we can also just play knight e5 here. If queen takes b6, guess what? 5 points. Yeah, we have knight d3 checkmate. If knight b2 here, queen e6, this is just very good. After f4, knight f3 check. And we're doing absolutely, you know, we're crushing it. We're winning a rook here. So anyway, queen d8 though is also strong. f3. If bishop g2, we're just going to take on e2 check and take on d2. So f3, we have rook c8, king f2. If f takes g4, we can play knight e5, hitting the queen. a6, we want to get in knight d3 checkmate still. So if white's best is to take on e8, that's not particularly great. That's brilliant advantage for black. So king f2, knight e5, queen takes a7. Rook c2, yeah, white really hasn't had a very good opening at all. And this is fully justified, this offering the bishop here, well, for the knight. rook takes d2. We have queen takes b7, d3. Rook c1, d takes e2, bishop takes, knight d3 check, king f1, and now rook e takes e2. White resigned here. Yeah, really crushing game. This is Botvinnik, the bulldozer, really crushing it. If rook c8, we have rook e1 checkmate. If knight c3, we can just take on c1 here. Knight takes, rook takes e2, and we've got queen d1 coming. So that's difficult, to say the least. So yeah, it's quite an emphatic victory. No wonder, you know, Fischer chose this as one of his picks. Quite a crushing victory from Nimzo Indian. So a lot of central tension, and yeah, making sure queen b6 at the right time, casting first, and then queen b6. But yeah, white goes badly wrong here. a3 had to be played. That actually, it seems it had to be played a3, not moving a piece twice. So give Botvinnik this position. Yeah, forcing moves. It's very unpleasant here, this position. White's lack of them, and the king still in the centre. Okay, great stuff. Thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed this free sample lecture. It's from one of my courses. You can check out my courses at Kingscrusher.tv. So you'll get these coupon codes which will give you great discounts. I have over 50 courses now, been working on them for the last few years. All sorts of chess topics, chess skill topics like tactics, calculation, visualization. And you can see my previous bestsellers highlighted. So I do hope you check out this Kingscrusher TV page. It does help support the channel and encourage me to share with you more free samples. So comments, questions, likes, shares appreciated. And if you really, if you want to know the specific course the lecture was about, please do leave a comment in the video, and that will prompt me for a pinned comment, etc., just to clarify for this particular video which course it was from. Okay, thanks very much.